Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. Everything mystical, spiritual, anything that involves an energy. So it's a lot of things. And we are doing our April energy update for the year of 2022. And I'm joined here with Yaila and Peyton, and these are my ladies. So Yaila, let's start with you today. What have you got for April? And
Okay.
energy
update. Well, as you all know, I just tap into the collective energy. So let me just do that really fast. And I always just like to ask a blessing for everybody tuning into these videos to receive the information for their highest and best good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm getting a really strong purple color for the collective energy. And whenever I tap into the different colors, many times they can connect to the chakras. Purple traditionally for many schools of thought, purple can correlate to the crown chakra. So when I'm asking what the purple is representing, it's like insights, and what they are saying is like an internal knowing, and it's like a stronger connection to your higher self, the divine, creator of all that is, whatever you like to call that energy. So it feels like the month of April, many of us are going to be tapping into that higher realm of energy, and also bringing in your own insights, your own information. If I'm hearing a lot of information flooding in to your awareness, to your higher self. And so it looks like that's trickling down into the rest of us. They're giving me the word big. It feels like these energies are going to be really, really big. Let me just see what else they want to say with that. And there's also saying the word failure, but you're going to be seeing a lot of things around you that weren't in alignment, whether it is personal connections, whether it is certain ways of being, whether it's certain dynamics and structures and things like that. The things that are not in alignment are going to have a lot of failure. There's going to be a lot of problems that show up. And so we are going to be called to rely on our inner wisdom, our intuition in these moments to tap into that stronger connection to the divine. So feels like this month there's going to be a lot of forward movement to things that are supposed to be in alignment versus things in the past that weren't working. You may have noticed, I've noticed this with myself. I know I've spoken to the ladies about this, but we have a very small threshold, a very small tolerance for just things that don't feel in alignment, conversations, certain aspects in our life that just do not feel in alignment. It's like we no longer have the space to entertain that type of energy. So if you've kind of felt a little more, I don't want to use the word on edge, but almost like just a little more blunt in how you're spending your time and your energy, feels like this is going to continue. And that is by design, because what we are stepping into is what we want to be more in alignment with. And so they're saying almost like a little short fuse. We might be having more of a short fuse with people and situations of, if it's not in alignment, it's like you don't have time or space for it. And so obviously navigating those things, we still want to be kind to ourselves and to other people, but we can still speak our truth and put up those healthy boundaries as far as how you want to invest your time and space. So just expect that. Expect things to, if it's a mismatch, it's going to fail, taking up your time and space. And you might have to navigate things around you that might be adjusting because they are not in alignment and failure. We're going to have to making adjustments for that. So whatever insights you are thinking of as you are watching this video, what could fail or what you're seeing is out of alignment right now, tap into your own intuition on that. Again, that crown chakra is really being lit up right now, and look for yourself what might need a little extra navigating around. So for yourself and for your own life. Next question I'm asking for the collective is, what do we need to know? They are saying it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy month, a bumpy ride, watching these different things fail around us and just kind of watching this big energy, new information coming in. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride for you. So, or for us. So just be mindful of that. Just know we're all going to be, kind of, they're giving me the image of a roller coaster, literally, and we are in the different seats of the rolling coaster. So, there's some people in the front that really feel that drop first. And then there's other people that kind of get the whiplash afterwards. They're kind of showing each seat having its own kind of unique experience through these different energies in April, even though we're all kind of riding a similar ride at the same time. So just know we're going to be experiencing it in slightly different ways. So just be kind to each other on our journey. This is going to be a month to really implement your love, just love for people, love for humanity, love for yourself, and really keep grounding and connecting with that. When in doubt, lean into love. If you're wanting more love for yourself, if you're wanting more love and compassion for the collective, this is going to be the month that we really practice that. So you might be confronted with different situations or experiences that could really test your ability to tap into love. And so they want you to not forget the love, because this is one of the higher vibrations to tap into. We all have that, and they are showing me putting ourselves in our heart chakra. So really just dropping into your heart center and really just asking, how can I receive more love? How can I be of more love, even if it doesn't feel like this is the time and space for that. So you are going to be called to bring in way more love this month of April. They're also bringing in a lot of the outside things are going to look or sound or seem a lot more intense than what your actual body is experiencing. So they are wanting us to remember to look at just our time and space, where we are at on a personal level, dropping back into your heart and connecting into what is your body actually feeling at this time. Not so much the mental game, but more of like your body physiology. How do you feel in your body? How do you feel in your space? And when you connect back to that love in your heart, and if you love yourself, where would you physically put yourself in different scenarios and situations? Just asking if there's anything else for the collective for the month of April. Any new insights, final messages, final words? They are bringing in, if you are practicing being in your heart chakra and connecting to the love and just realizing you're part of that roller coaster journey with everybody as things are kind of shifting and moving, you are going to find a lot more peace and connection within yourself and the people that you care about. So it feels like even though things can feel big and there's new insights and different things are adjusting and moving around, I do see a lot more people feeling more at peace with the connections they have, the people they have around them. So it feels like connection is going to be heightened. It feels like our desire to feel more peaceful is going to be heightened, because we're kind of at, again, that energy that we have of not really having time or energy to invest in things that just do not feel good. We are going to be shifting over to what makes us feel at peace. A lot of us are craving, we're just over a lot of things. So we are craving a lot more peace, a lot more joy, a lot more love. So give yourself permission. If you're watching this video, just call in a bunch of permission for yourself to let yourself be reminded of the love that you already are, that you already have, and align with those people and situations that help you feel peace first and foremost, and then connecting into love of your heart. So that is what I have for the month of April. How about you, Peyton?
That was great, Yaila. Hey y'all, I'm Peyton, and as you know, I channel the Pleiadians. So every month I check in with them to see what they want to share with the collective for the coming month. And so what they had for us for April is that they said April is prep time. They said we are about to make a huge leap in our consciousness. And so one of the things that has been preparing us for this are these incredible energies that have been bombarding us for the past 3 months. And so what they wanted us to understand is that the purpose of these energies is to slowly let our physical bodies adjust to the higher energies that we're moving into, so that this next step that we are about to go through will not be quite so dramatic. So what they said is the next step for us is that there is going to be an energy burst from the galactic center that will jolt us essentially into the next level of consciousness. And what is going to happen when that energy wave comes through is it is going to take down all of the control mechanisms that our world is based on. And so that is what actually takes our matrix that we all talk about in the spiritual community all the time, take it offline. And if you're not familiar, if you've heard that word matrix, but you don't really know what we're talking about, the matrix is essentially a 3D hologram that surrounds planet Earth inside the Van Allen belt. And what it does is it artificially keeps all of us here on planet Earth held at a lower density or dimension. But it's artificial. It's not what is happening in the rest of the universe or the galaxy. And so the matrix then will be coming down with this rising of consciousness. So they wanted us to understand that that is the next step in our progress. And so I, always the impatient one, asked them, when is this going to happen? We are hearing things all over the board in terms of what we can expect. They said there is a little bit of galactic disagreement about this. There are those races who want to give Earth more time to let us acclimate to these energies more. But there are many races like the Pleiadians that I work with who think that it's time now that we can handle the energies as a collective now. They said that the light workers and starseeds are more than able to hold a sustained fifth dimensional frequency. And so there's no reason to keep us in this waiting period. So they are in favor of moving us forward very rapidly. And they say we can absolutely handle that. So one thing that kind of weighed into that is they said that they know that all of the weight of this process is falling on the awakened community, on the light workers, on the starseeds who are holding the frequency and processing this energy for the entire collective. And they said they know we're tired. They know that we are carrying the suitcase for all of humanity. And so they want us to be able to move along. So they said from a galactic perspective, this cannot be delayed any longer. So if you are feeling impatient, know that our galactic family hears us and that we are going to be moving forward very quickly. So that was kind of the Ascension update for the month of April. So I also talked to them a little bit about these energies that we have been going through, which have been extremely intense over the past really couple months, and asked them what suggestions they had for us to handle these energies just more easily. And so the first thing they wanted us to kind of take into account in handling these energies is to stay in joy as often as we can. Whatever brings you happiness in the moment is what you want to move toward. They said, you guys are under so much pressure with these energies that are hitting you. Find the joy. If it is eating a piece of chocolate cake, which you normally wouldn't let yourself do that. If it is snuggling with your puppy when you should be doing something more productive, snuggle with your puppy. It is all about finding the joy, because that will help you balance the frequency. It will help you stay in a high vibrational state. The second thing they had for us in terms of advice was make your self-care a priority. And as light workers, most of us do this anyway, but they said this is really the time to be gentle on yourself because you are getting pounded by these energies. So this is not a time, they said, to force your body to do anything it doesn't want to do. And this I found really helpful because over this past week, I have been getting my butt kicked by these energies. And I kept wanting to work out because I am someone who religiously works out 5 days a week. Like I do not miss a workout day. But this past week, I have not been able to get it together to do it. And I was at the point a couple of days of just forcing myself. I'm like, come on, Peyton, you can do this. Get the running shoes on. But my body just wasn't having it. They said, this is a time to listen to your body. If your body says it can't handle something, even if your mind tells you you should be doing it, listen to your body. So don't force anything right now because you think you should. Listen and be very intuitive. It will help you process these energies because they're really, our bodies are struggling so hard right now. So you don't want to put any undue pressure on yourself. The other thing they suggested for us for April is compassion. Have compassion for those people around you who are not where you are on the journey. It's easy for us as light workers, especially if you've been doing it as long as the three of us have, to get a little impatient, want to move people along. They said, remember, everyone starts at a different place. So have compassion for the people who are struggling with some of those things that may seem basic to you, especially those people who are still asleep, because we're here to serve them. So having more compassion for people who don't know what you know, aren't standing where you're standing. And compassion, I think, is always great advice for any month, but in particular in April, you're going to want to dig that out of your toolkit. And the other things that they had for us was to let go, and Yaila touched on this beautifully, let go of anything that doesn't feel good to you. Because right now, as Yaila was saying, anything that is out of resonance is going to be amplified. So things that used to be a minor annoyance in these energies are going to be very, very upsetting to your energy and to you. So the more you can let go of anything that is not sitting with you, you don't have to explain it. You don't have to give a justification. No is a complete sentence. So if something doesn't feel good to you, doesn't sit right with you, let it go. Because again, you want to help sustain your vibration as much as you can by just staying in what feels good and what feels aligned. And finally, they said we really do need to hydrate to handle these energies. So even if you are really good about drinking the water, we need even more to process these solar energies that are coming through, and especially to handle the energy of this solar flash that we are going to be fielding sometime in the near future. So you want to be super hydrated because it is going to deplete your body in the hydration in your body. So if you are someone who is feeling swelling, that's one of the ascension symptoms that a lot of people are feeling right now, your body retaining water, there's a reason for that. It is preparing us to handle these solar energies. So hydrate, and again, just go back to whatever is feeling good to you right now, whatever is feeling aligned will help you move through these energies more quickly and have you in a better space of preparation for this next big step that we are all about to take. So that's what the Pleiadians had for us for April. Corey, what do you see for us in the astrology?
Wow, that was amazing. It was amazing. Okay, well, April. As I always say, the first half of the month is predominantly one energy, and that is Aries. And then the second half of the month will be in Taurus. So every month is always divided into two distinct sun energies. So we start the month off by having a new moon in Aries. And Aries is a fire sign. And so the first half of April will be actually kind of nice energy. It will, fire is that output energy. So we're going to have a lot of energy to do things. It does, it does couple with Mars and Saturn. So Mars is the ruler of Aries. It's that output energy. And then Saturn, who is, the principle, keep the rules. Saturn is the restrictor. Okay. But with the Aries new moon and Mars and Saturn being together, it's wonderful that Mars and Saturn will be together because it will help. Actually, it's wonderful that we have the new moon in Aries. I take that back. Because one of the biggest energies that we are going to have for April is the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. So this happens, I want to say that it's every 160 years, this particular energy. On April 12th will be they will be at exact degrees, Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces. Okay. So what does this do? It helps with our spirituality. So Jupiter is the expander. Saturn is I'm sorry. Jupiter is the expander. Neptune is the mystic. So it will be playing the entire month. However, the 12th will be exact. And what does this mean? It means that, like as Peyton was saying and Yaila were saying, this is a very highly spiritual time, April. So thank goodness we have that full moon, the new moon in April, because it's going to help with that energy as well. Because that energy can be a little foggy, a little sluggish. If anybody's been feeling sluggish, it's because of that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction that we have presently. However, because it's in Pisces, Jupiter's in Pisces, Neptune, its home planet, Pisces. Wow, it is a very highly spiritual energy. That's the positive side of it. The negative side of it could be hyperindulgence in things that don't serve us. So it is an amazing time to do manifesting, to start a new project during the month of April. And then with that new moon in Aries in the beginning, it just supports it and actually kind of keeps us grounded. Even though fire is that output energy, it still helps ground that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. We have a lot of water element in the month of April. And also Mars and Venus is also going to be in Pisces. So Venus, the love planet, Mars is, in Pisces. So Mars, the output, Venus, what we love, Jupiter, the expander, and in its home sign of Neptune is we will not get this energy again until 100, I believe it's 160 years. So this is a magical, magical, magical opportunity to manifest our dreams. Also love. If somebody suddenly, comes into your life, if you're single, or it could enhance the love life that you have now. It's very dreamy, dreamy energy, which is actually wonderful. It's wonderful. So make sure and, try and take the high road, so to speak. Take this opportunity with all these magical planets. On the lower end, yes, it could be that extreme escapism. It also can get us into fear and anxiety. So during the month of April, we're going to be feeling a lot of energy. And regardless of where we are in our spiritual path, we are going to be feeling some fear and anxiety. So we need to really make sure and put our attention in a positive direction. So let's just say, you watch the news or you want to know what's going on. Sure, everybody wants to know what's going on. However, if you are excessively putting yourself in places or watching things that create fear and anxiety, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, because all these planets that are together are just huge, absolutely huge. So spiritual path, love, kindness, do what resonates with you, or stay in the fear and anxiety. I know for me, I'm going to choose the spiritual road. And then on April 16th, we have a full moon in Libra. This is, again, it's huge. It is huge because we have also Pluto that's in Capricorn, and Neptune affecting this full moon. So again, it's going to ignite our nervous system. So spiritual practices, breathing, breath works, meditation, grounding yourself, hug a tree. I've never been one to say, go hug a tree, but you know, you might need to hug a tree to stay grounded in this energy. And the second half, you know, is rather sluggish. You know, it's going to be like, it's like soup, just all sludged together. We have another new moon on April 30th, but actually on the 29th of April, we have Pluto in Capricorn retrograding until October 2nd. And it's in the second house of money. So it's a good time to review our money issues. Or we might see changes in the world regarding money. But know that will be over on October 2nd. And then it will be done October 2nd. And then the new moon on April 30th, it's also a partial eclipse. So just watch where you put your energy. Watch what you expose yourself to. This is the perfect time to start a class in a spiritual modality, Reiki, clairvoyant class, meditation, because the energy is expansive and supports us for the next 160 years, which is absolutely amazing. So this April is really teaching us how to integrate our spiritual skills. And also, you know, while doing that, managing our practical day-to-day life. So it's feeling very floaty, lots of fast energy in the beginning of the month. And so we are on that ascension path. You know, Mother Earth is ascending, as we all are on this planet. And we can either choose to escape it, try to escape it, or find a class. We have so many videos explaining what energy is and what you can do with it and all the different things. And, you know, we're all here to help you during this month of April and always. So anything else, ladies, that you would like to share? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're glad that you're all here. Please like and subscribe our channels. And we will be having so many more videos. And we'd love to hear your comments, because we do these videos for you. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and be good to yourself in April. Bye for now.